So we're in May. May market update is on the way. Thanks again for joining this my channel and for watching these videos. If you haven't subscribed, do so now. And if you find these videos valuable, make sure you share them with somebody that's in the market of buying, selling. Even if they're not in the area of El Paso, I think they'll be very beneficial. But I want to get started with the stats for, really, we're in the month of May, but we are going to go over the stats from April 2023. So the market is definitely on the move. We've seen a change in the market here in the El Paso region. So just let's go over that. Like the number one thing that we keep hearing over and over, and I think people are kind of understanding that now, but for years now, I think it's over a year now, people have been waiting for the prices to drop and the market to crash. And even though we've seen some price decreases in different areas of the market, overall as a whole, the El Paso market has an increase. So for the month of April, the numbers, the home pricing was average about 200 feet, median actually, 251,000. That is a 7.7% increase from a previous month. So for this year so far, the pricing has been going up a little bit every month. So that tells you it's a good time to sell. If you're thinking about selling, the market is kind of stable. Prices are still in the high, so that's a good thing. And the next stat here we want to cover is closed sales. So the number of sales that closed last month of April was 674. So that's a decrease of about 6.1%. So that doesn't say anything. I mean, the market is a little bit slower. Things are taking a little bit more time. So that's what we're seeing. Also, April has never been traditionally a very busy month. It's been a slower month of the year, ramping up for May, June. That's when we get real busy. So a drop in sales is not really, and then it's a small percentage, is not really a huge worry or slowdown. It's just what it is, right? Active inventory, that is dropped just a little bit. Again, people say, hey, the market is it's going to crash, but there's not a lot of homes out there. So active inventory means the number of homes that are listed in the market has decreased from previous months. From April to March, it dropped. So that was a 2.8 drop, 2.8% drop in active inventory. Again, it's a slower time of the year. It's pretty normal. It's nothing too crazy. Total of 1,710 homes were listed last month, right? Days on market is also going down. That means that prices homes are selling faster than they were before. So that's 12 days on market. Last month, if I remember correctly, was about 18 days. To this month, April was 12 days. So and now we're in May, and I'm seeing that number drop even more. So days on market is slower. Time to go home and think about it. It's not happening. There's not enough time for you to go home, think about it, sleep on it. Sometimes you lose those homes, and that we've experienced that with a lot of our clients. So don't sleep on it. What I tell people is like, hey, make the offer. You're not going to get an answer immediately. Make the offer, go home and think about it. And if you decide, no, I don't want to make that purchase, then you could resign that offer before it gets accepted. So that's the thing, the strategy you should have is go home, go make the offer, and then go home and think about it. And then you could always have an out, but at least you have your foot in the door and start negotiations on that home. Median price per square foot. So this number is also up a little bit, kind of in alignment with the pricing. So it's up about 4%. Median price is $147 per square foot. That's average throughout the city. So it's a good indicator to see where homes are at overall. It goes again hand in hand with pricing. So it's not a surprise that it's going up. And then the last stat here, new listings is up also. It's 8.1% from a month before. So that's a huge jump as far as new homes that hit the market. So new listings 1,005, and that's an increase of 8.1% from the month of March to April. Okay, so that's the good news for those of you out there shopping for a home. But the bad news is that percentage also, there's a demand in home buyers as well. Home buying demand has increased also in the last few months, the last few weeks. So it's not a big change. You still have to be very aggressive. Be prepared to make those offers when you're out there in the market. That's what I advise you to do. And then something I want to add in this video is new homes, right? So these stats really they're not really impacted by new homes. That's in a different field, different kind of category. But I do get this call. A lot of people want to get a deal. They're looking for a deal. They want to see what's going on in the market and what they could take advantage of. So in this last few months, I've had investors who purchased brand new homes They're getting great deals on that. Have home buyers that are going to occupy the homes and getting great deals on that as well. And I want to tell you why that new homes could be a good deal for you in this market. Because in the last few months, throughout the last year, there was a lot of home ramping up in new construction. The builders were catching up. They caught up to the market, and now there's kind of a surplus of inventory with new homes. And not just move-in ready homes, but they're vacant lots that are ready to have a homes built on them, and they need a buyer. So builders have plenty of inventory in that area. So the pricing might be a little higher than a resale, and it's the median price point is quite higher than a resale price point, but it's still a great deal. And I'll tell you why. Well, number one is you have choices, you have options to pick from one area to another, different streets. You may even be able to select your colors and style of the home. And then also is most of these builders have incentives, buyer incentives. So buyer incentives are when they pay for some of your closing costs. They'll pay a certain amount towards the rate buy down, so you get a better interest rate on that house. So maybe you're not approved for a $300,000 new home, but with a rate buy down, you might be able to jump over to that price point. Also, on a new home, there's a lot of incentives, like maybe people are offering or builders are offering landscape, appliances, different little upgrades that could be an advantage and a great deal for a home buyer. And then most importantly, that may be, if for a similar home, same price point in a resale and a new home, you might be able to have that home with less money out of pocket going in. So consider that as a new home. If you've been in the market, you could go into that price point, or you're okay with living in the outside of the city, or like this, not outside of the city, but in like the edge of town. It's a great time to buy a brand new home. So take advantage of that again. Share this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.